Hi folks, today I'm toying with a few ideas about how to write an article in a way that people understand what's been written. That seems like a sensible goal, I think. I'm riffing off two ideas I read yesterday. The first was from a Brian Morrissey article about reducing friction, in which Brian pointed out that friction can be useful in some cases. For example, holding an article on a trending subject to get a better perspective. Sometimes it's not until the second day until you really know what's going on. Hold on to that thought for a moment. The second article came from Bo Sax's email, and it was about the responsibility of journalists to write in a way that accurately communicates difficult information. This was in the context of the whole disinformation problem, and it provides some practical tips, most of which were like use shorter words, shorter sentences, shorter paragraphs, slow down the pace of the article, that sort of thing. In response to Brian's article, I was musing on the idea of having micro quizzes in the middle of an article. They'd serve as a check to make sure the reader is understanding what the article is claiming. Now, this could also become a really interesting engagement tool where people get points for taking the quiz, like say 1 point for taking the quiz at all and 3 points for getting the answer right. If you take that concept along with the second article, an author or a publisher could start to get feedback on how well people are understanding what you're writing, because you don't really know. It's just out there. Unfortunately, a lot of the disinformation talk is really about politics and opinions, and I'm not talking about that sort of thing. Quiz at paragraph 5, is such and so politician an idiot or not? That's not what we're talking about. Forget that. But for people who are writing to convey practical information, pausing to make sure you understand what you're reading can be a great idea. Along those lines, I heard Jordan Peterson recommend that when reading a book, you should pause at the end of every page and mentally summarize what the author conveyed on that page. That definitely introduces friction, but I'll bet it has a dramatic effect on learning and retention. What if books and articles were written that way? I'm thinking of like the Idiot's Guide series of books. They do a lot of that. They pull out summaries and main points and have different tools in the text to help with comprehension. With online interactivity, that kind of thing could become incredibly powerful. It could become an incredible tool for increasing learning and engagement. Readers could have very simple tools, like, for example, highlighting some text and clicking a confused face button to say that wasn't clear to me. Or if a paragraph is often misunderstood based on user responses, you could go back and fix it or provide a little, more information button or something like that. The point is that we've done so many things to improve websites and so little to improve digital reading. I think it's time that we change that. That's my thought for today. Thanks.